This is Parahan, and you are listening to The Parahan Show. Could Atlantis be right in front of our eyes, and we didn't even realize it? Could Atlantis be a real city that we know existed, but we've never put two and two together? Now, I want you to take a look at this picture, okay? On the left is the Aztec capital known as Tenochtitlan, the ancient Aztec capital, okay? And to the right is a rendering based on Plato's description of Atlantis, what Atlantis, the capital of the island of Atlantis, would have looked like. And look at how identical these two cities look. It's as if they were built exactly the same. And I think that it's very possible that Atlantis could have been Tenochtitlan. And if you look at the description that Plato gave, he said that straight forward through the place which you call the Pillars of Hercules, also known as the Strait of Gibraltar, is the island of Atlantis, which happens to be the Americas. And he talks about the island of Atlantis having mountains to the east and mountains to the west and a flat land in between. And that perfectly describes the Americas, North America to a T. Okay? So was this lost island of Atlantis actually the Americas? And could it have been that that they thought this was a huge island when really it was actually a whole continent, as the explorers did when they started coming to the Americas? They thought this place was actually a series of islands and not one large continent. So I think that what happened, and if you believe in the Earth displacement crust theory, that at any time the Earth's crust could shift and move, and you could have land masses that shift and move to different parts of the Earth. And this is what caused the continental divide, and this is why we have things like earthquakes, and we are constantly seeing the changing geography of the Earth. So I think it's possible that one of these events happened that caused North America to shift further away from Europe and Africa. And this is what happened to Atlantis. It didn't submerge and go underwater. It simply moved far away to the point where people thought it doesn't exist anymore, or it must have went underwater. And if you think about it, there would be earthquakes, there would be shaking, there would be chaos ensuing if the crust started to move and you had this shifting of a continent. And this could explain why Atlantis was lost, because it moved away from the known areas in which the people at the time would venture to. So that is why I think it's very possible that the lost city of Atlantis could be Tenochtitlan. And when you look at all these other sites in America, like Cahokia Mountains, right? This shows some advanced technology in planning and a lot of similarities between these societies and societies in Europe and Africa and other places, that this would mean that at some time they had all connected and interact with one another.